Surprise! I'm here early. All right, so my StreamYard is showing me a bunch of comments, but I don't think anybody's on here yet. So if you happen to be on here, oh, wait. Yes, there are people on here. So if you're on here, do I sound okay? Is there echo? Can you hear me? Let me know in the chat, and then I'm going to go ahead and start saying hello to some of the people that are on here. So Elena T, hello, my friend. Tanya, what's up? Not much. My mom, that was my favorite thing my mom would say to my brother, my husband. What's up? Twana, hello. Thanks for being here. Oh, thanks, Tanya. Reminding everybody to hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate it. Hey, Nene. Sharon Davenport. Hello, traveling and listening. Well, safe travels, and I hope you have a nice time wherever you're going. Hey, Dana Ryan. Patrice, hey, you should be getting ready for your live. I think that Patrice and Eve are going to try to burn something up tonight. I think they're doing lasering, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe it's embroidery, or maybe they changed their mind and they're going to blink. But anyway, we will be off of here well in time to watch whatever they do. Hey, Chris. Hey, Up Design. Hey, Marissa Dandridge. Happy Friday to you. You probably still have a couple hours in your work week since you're in California, but welcome to almost the weekend. Hey, Sharon Davis. Okay, good. Sounds great. Hey, Beverly Smith. Hey, Unbiased. Hey, Nene. Rosalind McElveen. Hello. You know, I'm always going to say it like that. It's kind of how Eve has Sheila Cushionberry. I just always want to say Rosalind McElveen. So, hope you're doing well. I love your name. Hey, Cheryl, Tamika Cole, Jay Mosby, welcome. Mara Logan, hello and welcome. Hey, Evie. All right. So, hey, Jesse. Twana, I'm not sure if I said hi to you already. Pretty Eyes Covington, hello. First time catching my live. Well, welcome here. Everybody here is so positive, so helpful. So during this live, if you have any questions, put it in the chat. If I don't see it, everybody out here in the chat does a lot of the same things I do, and they can probably answer it as well or better than I can. So thank you so much for coming on. Hey, Lisa. Yolanda. Hey, Sharon Banks. Happy Friday to you, Cynthia. Hey, Kevin. I know. Can you believe I'm on here 2 days in a row? And I actually started last night by myself, and I'm by myself tonight. I'm all grown up. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So last night on my live, and then Patrice and Eve joined me later, I made this shirt. And it is, let's just make this a little bit bigger. You know how I love to have my face on a big screen, right? So I made this last night in celebration of the upcoming Barbie movie. And while I was making it, I was thinking, okay, I need to make it small enough so that it could go on a teen or a preteen shirt. And so I had to use, I thought I had to use SS6s for the word Barbie. And with the font I was using, I could not get the machine to do, you know, you want the machine to do 80% of the work, 75% of the work, 60% of the work, and then you're doing the rest. But I couldn't get there. So and I told you guys I'd put them on my Etsy shop last night or today. And after the live, I was just like, I want to get that down to a good size so that almost anyone could wear it. Now, Gail came up with something that she said last night I hadn't thought of, but I did this years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. This is faux rhinestones. So this is holographic sparkle vinyl. These are real rhinestones up here, but the M is made out of faux rhinestones. So if you see a design from someone that you love, but it's still not going to be small enough, making it out of faux rhinestones can be an option, but it's not always an option. So I will tell you, with these designs that I'm going to show you today and the ones I did last night, it would be an option. Where it's not an option is, let's say you have a word with a really close outline around it, like we like to do sometimes. If you cut that out of faux rhinestones, that snug outline, excuse me, that snug outline is still going to be really snug with all the faux rhinestones, and it may not look so great when you layer it. Looks great with rhinestones, may not look so great with the faux rhinestones. So you kind of have to start understanding, you know, what ones can be used for faux rhinestones before you invest in templates that you think you'll use for faux rhinestones. Now, in my Etsy store, I usually say at the bottom, you know, this could always be used for faux rhinestones also. And if it's one that can't, I'll leave that out. So just a thought, if it's still too large, maybe you have a 3 or a 4-year-old, they're probably too young to be wearing rhinestones anyway, as long as you don't make it too little. Because if you make it too little, that Cricut is going to really struggle getting teeny tiny circles cut out of the holographic sparkle vinyl. All right, so just keep that in mind. That was a great idea from Gail. Hey, Tionda. Hey, Miss Karen. Mrs. Karen G. Sorry about that. And I might have, it jumps on me. Hey, Sienna. So if I missed you, I am sorry. If you had a question and I missed you or nobody else was able to answer, put it in all caps in the thing. So if you ask something once, you know, regular typing. If you ask it a second time, then yell. Put it in all caps and just yell it out. All right. Hey, Karen S., Linda Gomez. Hey, Naomi. Coretta Dangerfield. Okay. So anyway, the one I did last night, again, it was SS6 mixed with SS10s. I do not like to do that because that confuses people. When you sell those on Etsy, it confuses people and it causes people to give you low ratings because they don't know how to do it, which I have received because the person didn't know how to take it into Cricut. So I don't like to do super confusing things and put them on Etsy because it is confusing. All right. So most of us would know what to do, but not everybody does. All right. So here's the ones I did last night, or that I showed you last night. This top one was the one that was on that shirt. The bottom one, like I called it, it was a Maryland size template. So it was like a full big person template. It's like almost 11.5 inches wide. So I redid a template today. These are all SS10s. And I pretty much did 75% of the word Barbie, moving all the stones around and dragging them by hand. But it turned out cute. And it's only, I think, 9.6 inches wide. So we're going to do that. And then I saw a similar design to this, not in rhinestones. I saw a similar design to this down here where it says Diva, and they use the Barbie head for the A. So I did that one too. So we're going to do those really quickly, and we'll be off of here. Again, well in time to see Eve and Patrice try to burn something up or embroider something or fill in some stones. All right, so one of the designs, I'm going to have to use a bag that I've used before. I'm going to put it on the other side. And then the other design, I have a shirt. So this is a Circle Brand shirt. I don't know if anyone's ever used Circle Brand, but to me, Circle Brand is made for super tall, super skinny people. So like, see this, yeah. I don't know if this is a youth, because it's a 2XL. And I don't know, maybe it's a youth 2XL because, I mean, I'm not little, but that circle shirts are just, they fit weird. So I think the quality of the material is good, but again, I have used, so I won some things off of one of they were on somebody else's live, and I won some credit, and so I ordered all these things, and they were like narrow and tall, so I had to find my narrow, tall friends. All right, so I'm going to put, which one am I going to put on here? I think, let's see. I think I'll put Barbie bling on the shirt, just like I did last night. And then Diva. And Diva is SS6. And this little Barbie head, I tried to make her into SS10s, and you just lost. You lost so much there. It would have had to be really big. So this is all SS6 because I'm not going to mix templates. I'm putting them on Etsy. All right. So let's get started. So on the shirt, I'm going to use Rose AB and good old Crystal. That's what I'm going to use on the shirt. And then since I'm super limited on SS6 stones, I'm going to go back to what I did last night. I used the Crystal AB, and I'm going to do that for this little Barbie Diva. Okay? So let's go ahead and start with the SS10 one. All right, so I'm probably way behind. Let's see, Tionda, maybe your shirt. Oh yeah, this is one of the shirts I made last night. I got the idea for the stone colors from Gloria of Spiral Rocks. And I thought hers turned out so fun, and so that's what I did. Hey, Anita Ulmer. Yeah, Tionda, it has to be a youth. A 2XL should not be like 3/4 of my body. Oh, hey, Spiral Rocks. I didn't know you were in here when I was talking about that. Hey, Dee Dee. Viola Floyd. Hello. Hey, Marissa. And Baby Giant Services. All right. So for those of you that are coming in, last night I did a live, and I did not have this design done in SS10s. And I know that SS6s are beautiful, but I know that most people probably have more SS10s than SS6s. Not everybody, but probably a lot of people do. And so I wanted to get it redone in all SS10s. Now, the template that I used last night, that was the mixture, I went ahead and I made the word bling in SS6s. So there will be an SS6 version and an SS10 version. All right, so I think I will go ahead, since Barbie's known for pink, I'm going to go ahead and put the word Barbie in pink. And then last night I meant to do this and then I messed it up. I'm going to cover up this guy because I want the color I use on the bottom to use in that heart. I think that mixture would be cute. And so I think there's 4 total templates of this. So one of them that I did, this heart down here, is just the outline. One of them, it's all filled in. Honestly, I preferred the outline when I saw the 2 on the computer, because I thought this is all filled in, that all filled in. It just didn't quite seem to work with my brain. So, but I do have those 2. All right. And then also, I will put these on during Patrice's live. And tonight I'm going to put them on at a lower price than I would typically. And then I'll bump it up either late tonight or tomorrow. So if y'all are hanging out with me this long and seeing these templates, I want you to be able to get it at not the full price. All right, so do you know what okay, so SS6, the overall measurement of the SS6, it's a little under 10 inches wide and then proportionate tall. So, it's going to be a lot shorter than it is wide. But the all SS6 version, what I did is I left my SS6 word Barbie, and then I changed out the one heart that wasn't SS6, and I changed out the word bling to be SS6. So the width of it didn't change. Now this one is actually a little bit narrower than the one that I did yesterday, even the SS6 that I did yesterday. This one, I believe, is 9.6 something. And then if you really wanted a small one, you could take the SS10, and with it being proportionate, if you work in silhouette, reduce the size of it until the whole sizes are 0.102, and then that's going to get you a much, much smaller version. But since most people use the SS10s, I wanted to focus on this today. And then I'm gonna get these on tonight, and then I'm gonna be over it, because I what is the word? Obsess. I obsess about things, and so I obsessed over this and getting it as perfect as I could. And then when I was done, and I took all of them into Cricut, and I couldn't believe it. They came into Cricut the right size, the very exact right size. Now, if you get the template, always, always, always check your template size. So in the listing, as well as in the file name, you'll see what the measurements need to be in Cricut or Silhouette in order for the whole size to be correct. And that is the very first step that you need to always do, is take it into Cricut or Silhouette, and then if it has groupings in it, take the entire group and size it to what the maker, the designer said. Then you can start playing with it. But that needs to be the very first thing. It's just kind of habit anymore. I say that and watch. Someday I'll just zip through it, and I won't do that. Jennifer, I didn't know there'd be a live either. Today when I was working on this, I was like, okay, go on really quickly before Patrice and Eve do. Hey, Willie Roseman. Oh, awesome. Up design. Oh, no, Jennifer. Lightning struck when your Cricut was in the middle of cutting the template. That's terrible. Hi, Yvonne. Oh, you're welcome, Dee Dee. I do so much of this for relaxation also. And it was a weird day today because I was at home and I'm in good health. But sometimes I'll have a day where I'm just really anxious, and I can literally feel my heart beating faster. And then I sat down on the computer and started working on this, and literally my heart just slowed back down. And so I truly, truly, I talk about crafting being a therapy. I truly believe it is. Okay. So these rose bees are so pretty. I haven't used them a whole lot, but I love the way they're looking. Okay, I think, nope, I see another extra one. Okay, so what is the SS6 size again? It was somewhere around 9 point, it was almost 10 inches wide. It was less than 10, but for purposes of, if you're looking at like a shirt or something, just plan on 10. Tiny bit under 10. And the measurement will be in both the description on Etsy as well as in the file name. I put the stone size in the file name, and oh, I see another extra one. Yeah, Gloria. Me too. Keeps me sane. Oh, Tionda, I will. I will. I know it's just some weird, it's a physical response to, I guess, an emotional issue, although there's nothing for me to be anxious about today, but it was. And I think I don't know that we all have these days. I have them more as I get older than I ever did. But, when you have a full-time job and you have little kids running around that, you don't have time to be anxious about stuff that really doesn't matter. And so now, I'm off for the summer. And I'm sorry, I should have had my KTMS ready. Oopsie. Okay, so I'm off for the summer, and I don't have anybody I have to take care of. And so, there's a lot of time to just think about stupid things, or not even thinking about things so much, but not have positive things to be thinking about. Or I have plenty of positive things. That's not what I meant. Not have, responsibilities to preoccupy you. All right. Okay, should clean those all up, and I will here in a minute, but I'm anxious to get this started. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and brush in this heart here and pick up the heart and the word Barbie together. It is. Oh, I remember, I think on one of your videos, you talked a little bit about that story. So how to add the custom settings to your machine. I might have them buried in a video, but Tiana, I'd be happy to show you how. I'd be happy to do a video to show that. Okay, hold on just a minute. Nope, wasn't over there. Looking for my brain. Oh, it's right there. Okay. So yeah, I will just have a short video. So it'll be 3 minutes or so. That will show how to do that. Have you still been playing with your settings on that flock, Tiana? I got your message, and what they said back to you was nonsense. Thanks, Patrice. You have been playing with the settings? Awesome. Did you find some then? If you're asking about how to add settings, did you find some that worked really well? No. Okay. Well, mine should be here surely by Monday. I thought it'd be here a lot sooner. When you said something about mailing some flock, I thought, oh, I'll easily have my flock before hers, a sample of hers would get to me. Or I would have taken you up on it. But let's see, yesterday they created a label for it. I haven't seen if it's in transit yet or not. I just haven't looked. I was obsessing on the templates. All right. Oh, okay, you stopped a couple days ago. Oh, yeah, Cheryl, when you are taking care of others, it is definitely important to take time for yourself. When my mother was, I think she was 92 when she passed, and it's been like 5 years ago or so. It's been quite a while. And she was on no medications at all at the age of 92. And then a year before she passed, she had a heart attack. and it just made it where she couldn't take care of herself anymore. So she stayed with us for a while, getting back on her feet, hoping that she would be able to go back home. And that didn't. She wasn't able to go back home. She wasn't able to do anything really for herself. And so eventually she went into apartments, assisted living apartments. And it was a facility where, if you need more help, they have more higher levels of care, but it was just like 8 blocks from my house, maybe a little further than that. And for the year that she was living there, I went and saw her every single day, with the exception of on the weekends. My sister would come into town, bless her heart, drive an hour and a half, 50. She came 50 out of 52 weeks to be able to sit with my mom and relieve me. And then I had to leave town for my brother's funeral. And so also nobody was with her during just a few days there. But even though I didn't do anything physically, well, not much physically, while she was being taken care of, just the stresses of daily life, your job, your bills, and then even though all I was doing was sitting watching TV with her, you have to have a break. And I'll back up. There were a few times when I just needed a break, but my husband went and sat with her. So she had someone, with her in the evenings almost every day. Yeah, Tiana, can you tell I'm getting a little hot? Hey, Temps. Oh, I'm getting sweaty. All right, I'm also putting my shirt in my rhinestones, and I gotta hustle. I only have like 30 more minutes before Patrice and Eve might come on. I don't know what time they're coming on. Has Patrice put a thumbnail up yet that says whether it's, well, my time, it'd either be 6 or 6:15 or 6:30. Okay, that's pretty flat. Let's get it pre-pressed. All right, I gotta let that. Okay, I'm gonna go turn on the air conditioner. I'm gonna go turn it on while I let it heat up. It'll take 30 seconds. Otherwise, you guys are gonna be telling me over and over to turn it on. All right, well, the sweaty face damage has already been done, but I will feel better, so thanks for telling me to turn on the air conditioner. All right, so my collar is off, so it doesn't get squished and a different texture. Now I'm only up to 240, so I may go ahead and pre-press that twice while I'm waiting. Okay, so J Bear, on the upcoming live thing and the title, what time does it say that it starts? Well, I just pressed a wrinkle into my shirt. We'll redo that. Hey, Logo Zone. Hey, Laura Trevino. I did, Marissa. Okay, 7:30 Eastern, so 6:30 my time, so in about an hour, which I still don't plan on being here a full hour, but I thought I'd be done in about 15 more minutes, and look at me, I'm just yapping. As one comment said in one of my YouTube videos, too much yap, not enough work. Something like that. He didn't use the word yap. Too much unnecessary talking. This was one of my pre-recorded videos. I don't do extra talking. I'm like, to the point, let's do this. And let's get it over. Hey, Victoria's Creations. Hey, Avery's Creations. Awesome, Avery. So I don't know if you were on when I started, but this is similar to what I did last night, but it is all SS10s, but it's in the smaller size. So somewhere around 9.6 inches. Oh, Tianda, yes. Thanks, Jessie. Yes, Tianda. People are rude. Some people leave the rudest comments. Yeah. All right. So, I have my Barbie. Looks like the middle of the template is the left side of the R. That looks pretty close. And Chris, you know I'm going to get this ruler out, right? So it's, you know, it's not a super straight up and down symmetrical design, so it doesn't have to be technically centered. And I think if it were technically centered, it'd come over this way, but I think that V would start encroaching too much toward the center. I'm going to leave it. Aren't you proud of me? Don't leave it. Laura, most people are. And the thing is that when I started YouTube, I just started because I didn't know people actually had a community. I didn't know that. Okay, I'll tell you this. I didn't even have a YouTube account, so I could not log into YouTube. I didn't realize that people that didn't do videos actually had YouTube accounts, but you know, that's the only way you can comment. But I used to watch Eve well before I had a YouTube account. So of course I never commented because I couldn't. And so I looked the other day and I started my YouTube account a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks before my first video. I got an account just to do videos. And at the time, it was just because I like to craft, I like to teach, and so I started with no community whatsoever. And so, you know, I didn't have people that knew me and that would be outwardly positive because they were being supportive. And so that's changed. Thank goodness that has changed. But even so, most of my negative comments have been since after hitting 10,000 or so. And I don't know, it's just trolls that are going on there and watching something that they think they might get some benefit from, and they don't like something about it, so they just say something negative. And what the deal was in the beginning of the video, I said something about, I'm just coming on here to do a quick video to show you something. It had something to do with leatherworking. I think it had to do with burnishing the backside, the flesh side. I think that's called the flesh side. Burnishing the backside of leather. So you know how the backside of leather is fuzzy. And so I used to love to work with leather, and I would love to do it again. I haven't done it for so long, but I think it was a video about something I was doing to burnish the backside of leather. And I said something about coming on, just a quick video. And his first his, her, I don't even know, because it wasn't a person's name. First line was, first of all, a 9-minute video isn't quick. So, okay, fine. You got a point. But everything else that he went on to say was unnecessary. He was angry that day about something. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he lost his job or had a bad day for some reason. No, so scathing is not quite the same thing. So what I had was, I had a fuzzy side of the leather, and then I have this Tokonol or Toco Pro or Toco something, which is a burnishing agent. And then I have a glass burnishing. It's just a piece of glass that's very rounded that burnishes, and you put your Toco stuff on, and then you just rub with that, and it gives it a super nice finish. Okay. Somebody's got to keep me straight. Tell me where I put that. Oh, Laura. Yeah. So my videos used to be about 30 minutes each, and now I try to keep them at about 15 minutes each. So this little thing came from the Dollar Tree. I've had it for several years, but I got it from the Dollar Tree. And I think they still have them. Okay, so Patrice's live will be on her YouTube channel, so Craftable Things, and it will be in about 50 minutes. And if anyone wants to, thanks Elena, somebody else said that too, thank you. If anyone, Dumps, or anybody that's moderator wants to put Craftable Things link in, feel free to. So it's not coloring it, Chris, it's smoothing down those fuzzy fibers if you don't want the natural fuzzy fibers left. And so it's more on leather that's been split and has left long fibers. I can tell you about a video I have if you want to watch it. Yeah, sometimes I'll leave the nasty comments up, and I will tell you, even before, like, I had people that would, like, if you drop a video, they'll watch it. There was one time somebody said something that wasn't terrible, and somebody else in the chat kind of blasted them for it. But sometimes I'll leave them, and sometimes I'll just remove them. But for the most part, I don't react to them. I don't reply to them. I had one a while back that was putting some words in quotes that she said, you know, saying blah, 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 and saying blah, blah, blah. I watched the entire video, and I said, that never came out of my mouth. And she said, I know, I'm talking about other crafters that go on and say those things. It had to do with epoxy. Anyway, I thought, well, don't bash me, because other people are saying those things. It was like an entire paragraph that she left. And I left that one up. I don't know if it's still up, but I left it up for quite a while. And I've had people say something about her being the safety police. So it's crazy. At first it hurt my feelings, but now I just think it's their problem, not my problem. That's right, Janet. That's what my mom always said. If you don't have something nice to say, just keep your trap shut. That's pretty much how my mom would say it. Now you know where I get my smart aleckness from. My dad, on the other hand, he was a man of very few words, but if he said a word, you better listen. He said what he meant what he said, and that's about all he was going to be saying. He was a good dad. I don't mean any disrespect. All right, that looks pretty good. The side glance. Aw, thanks, Marina. Yes, some people are miserable and they feel better about themselves when they put other people down. And not a single person that's left a really rude comment has videos on their channel. Because when they leave one, I go to their account, and look, well, what are they doing? And they don't have videos. Not that I would nitpick their videos, because I wouldn't, but you want to. The urge is there, but I'm not going to do that. All right. Oh, I can just reuse this. All right. I didn't used to be nervous laying down this hot fix tape on live until I messed it up when I was on with Patrice a week or two ago. Now it's like, oh my goodness, what if? All right. Try to keep it out of my stack of stone. Look, why am I still big like that? Look at this hair. Look at that hair. Why didn't you guys tell me that I was still big? I don't like that. Yeah, Dimps. It's just curiosity. All right. So, hopefully you can see. Oops. You press telling me it's going to go off, but I don't do something. Now, I did do these designs in one layer because they are so easy to cut as one layer and then tape off. Rather than spending your money and cutting multiple things of flock, like you saw me, I did it there. They're super easy to tape off because nothing that's going to be a different color is extremely, extremely close to other stones. So one live that I did, oops. One live that I did, so we have a bathroom down the hall. So I'll keep a little hair pick and, hairspray in there. And one live that I did, I went in there, and I don't know if any of you that like use a straightener or anything with your hair, put curlers in your hair, whatever. So like my mom used to have curlers in her hair, she would take them out and then she'd leave them until she wanted to comb it out, when she needed to get ready to go somewhere. And so she would leave the curls in, put a little bit of hairspray on it so they could kind of set. Because she was like me, she had thin hair. So one night, I was getting ready to go live, and I forgot to comb out my hair. So I had this thing just sticking up. I think I saw a fly by in my hair. All right, 3:43, we're almost there. Yeah, Laura, would your mom do that too? Let's see. All right, so for all of us SS10 lovers that want this in a size that is not like the huge size that I love, because you want it for a smaller shirt or a small tote bag, this is it. I did it. I moved so many of those around. I would look at the bigger design, like the SS6, and I would kind of compare them, and I'd try to move stones so that it looked basically like that. But there it is. This is, so when I have this in front of my face, can you hear me still very well? This is Rose AB and your basic crystal. They are all SS10s. Okay, when you do more than one press, how many minutes each press? Okay, so on the stones, you're going to do, if you're getting the baby's booty stones, which are the finer things, you're going to do 350 degrees, and her instructions are for 12 seconds. I started at 15 thinking that's what I was supposed to do, and it's worked very well. I've never lost a stone in the washing machine. So I just kept with 15 seconds, and I do 15 for each press. So anyway, there's that one. And Josephine, the best uni, she did a Barbie Jeep thing about maybe a week ago, maybe 5 days ago, and I was watching it, and it was vinyl, so it wasn't bling. I was like, oh my goodness, I need to do a Barbie Jeep thing in bling, and then it wasn't happening because getting Barbie and a Jeep together in bling just wasn't going to happen. So I ended up settling on something that would be a little more easy to do. And who all wants a Jeep with Barbie? You know, most people just want Barbie. So anyway, this is the same design I did on my other live, my last live, except SS10s. SS10 design. So I love that one. Now let's go to the second one. And that's the Diva Barbie. And again, where I got this idea, I saw a general design very, very similar to this, but not in bling. But I did all this, you know, from hand. I didn't use their letters and change them. I did not use their Barbie head. I went on Creative Fabrica and I got my own Barbie head. And so anyway, I don't know why I just covered that up. I'm going to do the whole thing in the same color. I'm going to do Crystal AB. So ZGM, I am going to put it in tonight during Patrice's live. They are all ready. I've put them into Cricut. They go in very nicely. You can see they cut very nicely, up cut. The only thing I haven't cut is the solid heart that goes here. Like if you want this one, I'll list it as a original version and a version 2, and the second version or one of the versions will have this heart filled in. So the template will be the exact same size. It's just whether you want it all filled in or if you just want it an outline. Again, when I looked at the designs on the computer, I really preferred the outline heart. So you save rhinestones. And to me, I thought it looked better. I thought it was going to be unbalanced to have solid outline. And this heart's just too little to really look good all filled in. So there's that one. Let's see. Hey, Shanita Nicole. Hey, Sharon Banks. I think I said hi to you earlier. So, extra large, size T. No, for an extra large, like for my size, I also have the other one that I did on my last live that I showed, and it's 11.5 inches wide. So I would use that one on a shirt for me. just because, you know, I like to get a large amount of bling on the shirt. I would use that one maybe on a medium or below, or a teenager shirt. And I think I showed you on my last live, I had a toddler shirt in here, and it was a 5T, I think. I think I had a 5T shirt on here, in here, and it actually fit on that. Not that you would put it on a toddler shirt, but it'll go on a lot of things. If it doesn't, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you weren't here, you can resize and do faux rhinestones. But again, your Cricut's going to have a hard time if you get that holographic sparkle vinyl, the hole's too small. All right, so Barbie Diva, thanks, Shanita. Hey, Juanetta. All right, so we're going to brush this in, get this put on this bag, and then we are done, and we'll be ready to watch Patrice and Eve do whatever shenanigans they're going to do tonight. And I think somebody said that Patrice's notification shows that they will be on my time, Central Time, 6:30, so 35 minutes from now, and her time, 7:30. All right. Yeah, EJ's daughter. I thought that outline looked better. Thanks, Avery. But they'll be in the same listing, the two versions, one the heart filled in, one not filled in. They'll be in the same listing, and there's not going to be an upcharge because there's two designs in it, because, you know, I did the extra heart in just a few minutes, just in case people wanted to add more bling to the shirt. And, you know, you could always take those hearts and fill them, just the hearts in, to add more hearts here, there, and everywhere if you wanted to. You know, do the main shirt. But if you'd like to have more hearts, you can always add more hearts. All right, I got to give it to Patrice. She is right. For me, these SS6s brush in really easily. I think it's because they're so short. You know, they're thinner, and so they tend to stay in those holes so easily. And to me, it's easier, like, if I just brush a bunch of stones back on it. That works more easily with the SS6s than the SS10s. Now, with the SS6s, my machine didn't cut it nearly as well. I had several of the holes that stayed in the flock. They were cut all the way through, but, you know, the density of the flock and the little bittiness of the circle, they're just pressed in there and they don't release from the flock. And so what I did is I put it down on the back side of the flock backing. That got some of them off. And then I put it down on the table, and actually many more came off when I put it on the table. So on my wood table, my desk here. And I had to do that about 5 times. So I'd lay it down, and then I'd use my brayer and push over it. And I had to do that about 5 times. And then I picked out 3 or 4 with my fingers. All right, so that brushed in fast. You could use different colors if you want. I have a little gnat on my desk. Get away. Go. Sorry. Okay. Ooh, he's crushed. You could use different colors in these. You could even use, you know, every letter a different color. If you have like SS6s, do the neons come in SS6s? I don't know. I think a neon shirt would be cute. Okay, here's the thing that you really have to be careful. In the SS6s, this is a dirty brush. They stick in the bottom, so you may not be able to see them all. They're buried in there. I see 3. And so what will happen is, and I did this first time I used them. Okay, I think I only have those 3. What will happen is you'll go to do your next layer or your next design, whether you're using SS6s or SS10s. And lo and behold, one of those stones, if you don't check it and get them out, one of those stones will deposit itself in your next design. And you'll wonder, how did that get in there? Well, it's because the SS6s like to stick in this. Oh, yeah. That'd be cute, Avery. All right, so I don't know if you're still here, Jesse or Chris, but these are so tiny. Y'all see any issues with that? Oh, I love these little crystal ABs. So much, oh, I see one. So much purple popping out of those. Hey, Stephanie. Okay, so Gail, the neons do come in SS6s. Excellent. That'd be cute. Hey, Dawn. Light, okay, so Tiana says light for the new flock. So the pink flock, it's changed a little bit. The rocket flock, it's a little thinner and it has, its backing has red grid marks on it. So Tiana says light cardstock with more pressure on the standard mat. Oh, is a no. Okay. I'm finding it's best for me to use a light grip mat or a really old standard mat. Okay, Tianda, do you peel the backing off, I assume? I peel the backing off. And so I use mats that almost have no stick because the back is sticky. And so it sounds like that backing is even stickier. Hey, AJ. Hi, Louise. So, Stephanie, I'm making a couple of shirts. My last live, I did not have this in SS10s at a smaller size, and so that's what I worked on today, and I got it done, and so I'm just wanting to show that, and then during Patrice and Eve's live tonight, I'm going to get them in the store. Stoop down and look at the template on an angle. Yeah, so a lot of times I do too. I'll get down at eye level or close to eye level, and I think it looks pretty good. Oh, you leave the backing on? Okay. The backing is sticking to an old standard. Wow. Okay. Hi, Kim. Welcome in. Okay, Jesse says looks good. So here's what I found when I was doing the SS6s. I feel like a newer piece of KTM mask is good because there's less surface space to attach to the KTM mask. So I hardly ever like to just use a new piece when I have plenty of old ones that are still good. But for this one, that's what I'm going to do. And then I saw somebody do this trick. And I think I even saw Dent's comment about it, where they cut their KTM mask before they filled their rhinestones in, because then, and that's so smart, I've never done that. That way they can lay the KTM mask down, see exactly how much they need, and then not waste as much as like I am going to. Now, even if, like I still like to have a little bit of extra KTM mask and I can keep my fingers attached to. Thanks, Stephanie. Okay, you peel the backing off also, it works better for me. Yeah, that's the only way I've been able to do it, Avery. I'd love to be able to do it with backing on, but I've never been successful at it. Okay, deep breaths. Ah, that was easy peasy. I didn't even take deep breaths. No, oh, I see an extra one in there. Ha! That's funny. Not. Okay, so let me. Ooh, see, they don't like to stick as much. Now, one of them was keeping this extra one from sticking. Where's my tweezers when I need them? Where's my tweezers? Where's my tweezers? Okay. I'll use some needle nose pliers. I think that's my extra one right there. Yep. All right. So apparently you gotta push harder down on the tops. Yeah, AJ Harris, new tape sound. Apparently you have to push harder on the tops of SS6s than you do SS10s to get them to stick to your tape. Let's try it again. I don't have the new flock yet, Marina, but it should be here within a few days. Oh. Hopefully the first part of next week. And I'm going to work and work and work and try. Now, I've never been successful at getting my Cricut to cut with the backing on, so I'll have to take the backing off. Well, I mean, I could try. Oh, where'd those stones come from? Okay, do you guys know if these little stones that just jumped there were extra stones that I didn't move off? Hopefully so. I think so, because this template looks complete. Okay. We're almost done. We're almost done. Hi, Sue. Welcome in. All right, so for this template, let me go ahead and lay it down while I preheat. And these things stick to me too. Oh, did I look at my brush after I did that? I don't know if I did already. But for this one, I'm putting it on the back side of this tote bag. And this is just one of the smaller tote bags that you can get at Michael's. And it has a design on the back side, but I wanted to see how this turned out. So we're going to use this side too. Now, with the tote bags, I like to put a pressing pillow inside that fits up most, fills up most all of the tote bag, because those corners, the seams and the doubled up of fabric in the corners. And then I like to hang this top. I don't know if you can see, but I like to hang the thicker part here off the edge of the press. All right, so I didn't even check to make sure it fit on it, but it does. Yeah, I bought 3 different of these in colors, and then are they the same size? I think they're the same size. And then I had a couple of black ones, and it's like they're really not very big. Like, they're not going to carry all the stuff I want to carry. So from now on, I'm going to buy the ones, they cost a little more, but I'm going to buy the ones that are a little bigger. Because I don't want to carry two tote bags around. All right, so I could put this down. And then if I wanted to, I could put little hearts here, there, and everywhere. But I don't know, I kind of like the simplicity of that. All of a sudden, I thought I spelled diva wrong. Because with that head there, it just, your brain doesn't see it the same. Thanks, Ruby. Stone by the, I have this stone here by the laptop, don't I? Let's see, what color are you? You are crystal. You go back in my crystal. Oh, there's a teeny tiny stone over there too. And that's a crystal AB. Let's see. Please share your thoughts. I'm really interested if I have to adjust. Okay. AJ, so I didn't see. Did you say you have used the new flock and you've been successful with it? So Carol Coleman, oh my, those didn't stay down, probably because with this pressing pillow, my pressure isn't strong. I may switch to a traditional press that I can really force the pressure on. Thanks, Avery. Cut to size the bag, raises the bag up and eliminates the strips. Okay, good idea. Ooh, I could probably put my tile in there. My tile would be very solid so that it gets good pressure. Because some of those little things were just coming right off. All right, so far, nope. There's a couple that didn't either. Okay. Where's my tile? I don't know if I should put a ceramic tile in there, but I need firm pressure. I don't know if that's a good idea. I think I'm going to get my little craft press that would be large enough to do this and just set it right here on my table. It heats up very, very quickly, and so we're going to do that because I don't want to have to hand place those stones. So that's frustrating because I have been happy with doing the rhinestones with this thick, dense pad on my HTV Runt, the SS10s. It's been perfect. It was terrible before I put it on there, but it's been perfect since I put it on there. But it's not working well for the SS6s. So give me a second. It is right here. So when I saw a little craft press, I saw a Caesar little 9x12 craft press in, Michael's maybe a few years ago or 2 years ago, and I thought it was so goofy. I would never, if I'm buying one press, I would never buy this size of a press, but I had a company that sent this to me to try out, and I like it. But for designs that I do, I would never buy one this size. Now, a lady who did buy one, sorry, that's loud. She was an older lady that had limited physical abilities, and she said there's no way she could lift a press, and she could, get this in her house and get it set up. So, if that's a situation, then I totally understand. Okay, this is set for 385. Sorry, this is so loud. Especially when you do them one at a time. All right, let's go 15 seconds. Fahrenheit. Okay, so I need to let that heat up just for a few minutes. And it's 6:12. We should easily have this done in, 5-10 minutes. And be ready to watch Patrice and Eve. Oh, AJ, awesome. So sounds like, AJ, have you worked with it already, or you're getting some tomorrow and you're going to work with it? I would love to see what you end up finding out with your settings. Okay. Newbie, let's see. Sue says, I'm a newbie, so we got to kill a little bit of time. Newbie to the chat, but not to watching all your videos. I was so inspired by you. I went and bought all the stuff to start blinging. I'll make my first template tonight. Yay, Sue! Yay! I hope you love it. I hope you love it. Now, I was telling somebody else in a comment today, give yourself some grace. Have some patience for yourself. Because when you start, it isn't, for me, it wasn't easy when I started. And I was starting with some flock from Amazon that was hard to cut. And of course, you just don't know everything. Even if you watch videos, you just need to do something for yourself. So, big thing, do small test cuts, like little bitty circles the size of your rhinestones. Do 5 or 6 of those on your flock till you get the right settings. And start with a couple of those small projects. Like I did little canvas bags and put a paw print on them, or a little heart or something, or like this wasn't something I started with, but you know, you can get little smaller hat designs, or I put popsicles actually up like a left chest logo thing. So I would start with a couple little small projects before I attempted a great big one, because it takes a little getting used to. At least it did for me. But I'm glad that you're going to try it. And reach out if you have questions. I don't know if you're a member on my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group that is truly just crafting. So like my husband moderates, and if somebody comes in with YouTube video or TikTok or this, that, or the other, or is trying to sell something, he does not put those through. But for truly just organic content, you've made something, you have a question. If you have a question, people in there will help you. So if you have questions, please reach out. Oh no. The test cut using light cardstock fabric grip mat. Default pressure with backing off, and the flock is so sticky the template ripped. Plus it got through the backing. Oh no. Light cardstock. Wow. This is going to take some serious trials. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm happy with what I have. But, hey Sharon. But we didn't get asked, did we? Hey, yes, Dora. Did you enjoy your birthday celebration? Hopefully you did. Okay, let's see. Sue says I have a crochet group I make graphs for, so I'm pretty good at the placement. Good, but the cutting will be a challenge. Yes, yes. For me, the biggest challenge was after you get your stones brushed in was getting used to putting that transfer tape down. And it is so much easier to put transfer tape down on small designs, which is why I say start with small designs, because I did have more than one design where I ended up scraping the stones off the back of the KTM mask, and that is a pain. It's easy. I've never had to with SS6s. That would be a real pain. Get mine next week. Oh, cut it on the Julia. Oh, yeah. That would be great, too. Oh, good. Yes, Dora. Have a good birthday. Yes, if you get the flock, any machine, this is just about ready. Any machine that you use and you find settings for, please let everybody know. Oh, I didn't set it for the right temperature. No wonder it's not. I set it for 315. I was like, why is that not going anymore? Sorry. Sorry. Okay, we'll still be off of here before 6:30. So hopefully, if you had a work week and now you're off for the weekend, hopefully you're going to enjoy your weekend. The temperature here has eased up quite a bit. Now it's really humid out now, but the temperature is much cooler than it had been. And the hubby's out camping. He left at 6 this morning to go with 4 other guys, and they're out camping for the weekend. So I'm glad the weather turned out better. So we were talking about that last night, Marina. People in the chat were talking about that Cricut is announcing whatever their new thing is. I don't remember the date, July 18th or something like that, or maybe that's when it goes on HSN. Gail, were you the one that told us when it goes on HSN? This is ready. But then Angel B was in the chat, and I think she said that the hat was for laser. So I don't know if it's going to be diode laser or a CO2 laser. I don't know. You know what I should have done was check the... This is going to be too much pressure. Darn it. I didn't check the pressure. Why am I showing others on YouTube what to do when I don't even know myself? Why? Okay, I know the pressure's going to be way too much though, because this bag is thick. All right, let's hope it works this time. I probably could have just counted because I might just turn this off right before the timer goes off because it's super loud. Okay, Jennifer Maker is going to Utah on July 18th. That is when they said they were going to not unleash it, but unveil it, show it, whatever it was in Utah. Okay. If I can push this back without pushing it off my table. Whoops. All right. Hopefully. All right, they're all staying down. Yay! Okay, they all stayed down. Well, that's frustrating because I was really enjoying this press back here after getting that new mat. But I don't do a lot of SS6s. All right, let's make a little more room here. And I'll show this. I'll show my other shirt. I'm going to talk just for a minute, and then we're out of here. Hey, Juanetta, I live in Kansas. Plain, flat Kansas. Although where I am isn't really, really flat. Okay. Okay, so I think I can get rid of this. And move this. Okay, let me get the comments off. Okay, so here is the Diva. This is SS6s, and it will stay SS6s. I say that, watch, I'll probably try to play with this head. For this head to work with SS10s, her face would look like a gobbledygook. I mean, already, it doesn't have a ton of detail already. It has a little eyelash sticking out, it has some lips, but for this to look good in an SS10, this head would have to be huge. And then it wouldn't work with the letters. I just don't know about this one. But if you like SS6s, or you want to get some SS6s just to try them, like in the Bling Now, there's that. And then the other thing I did today was oh, fell in the trash can. So the other thing I did today, and for those of you that came in later, this is the same basic design that I showed on my last live, but these are all SS10s. So I knew that so many people use SS10s, and so I just ended up really constructing a lot of this just by hand by looking at the shape of it on the SS6s and mimicking that as well as I could. And so these are all SS10s, and this design is 9 point something closer. It's on the closer to 10-inch wide side, but it's pretty small. So here's a shirt, and it's pretty small. Matter of fact, I measured last night on live a little 5T, and the 5T was, 14 inches wide? I can't remember. Now this is the one I did last night. In this one, the word Barbie is SS6. This was SS10. I'm not going to put this on in the shop because people will get confused on SS6s and SS10s and the size and all that. But I did do the word bling in SS6 and both parts in SS6. So I will have an SS6 version, but it won't look quite like that. This word will look exactly like that. This word won't look quite like that. And I messed with the hearts a little bit. I think I made this heart down here a little bigger than what it was on this. So you'll have an SS6 version in a smaller size, an SS10 version in a smaller size, an SS10 version in a big size. And if you still need something smaller, then that You can do faux rhinestones with these designs, not with every rhinestone design, but with these, it would work with faux rhinestones. Holographic sparkle iron-on, but you cannot size it so tiny that the holes give your Cricut a headache. So I would not size it down too much. So that is all I have, and Patrice should be coming on in about 5 minutes. And thank you. Thanks, everybody. Cut the new flock without the backing. It's so hard. Don't say that, Tionda. Maybe I'll try with backing on. Maybe when I'm going to go up to Fargo the end of this month, maybe I'll take my Cricut and the flock and I'll have them figure out why we can't get it to work. But we're going to get it to work. One way or another, we are going to get it to work. All righty. Thanks, Laura. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Appreciate you all. I'll see you in Patrice's live, I'm sure. And then, okay. I am going to be test cutting the new flock on my Cricut Maker because I have a Cricut Maker and I have a Cricut Joy, and that's all the, blade type cutting machines I have. I have a laser, but I don't have any other cutting machines. I used to have a Silhouette, and then I gave it to my sister. So thank you. Thanks, Kevin. So I'll be trying it on my Maker, and if I can't get it figured out, thanks, Dimps. If I can't get it figured out, I will take my Maker with me because we're driving, and I'll have them work with me. But they gave Tionda a really odd answer to her question when she asked for the cut settings for a Maker, and they gave her either old Cricut settings that don't compute to a Maker, or they gave her Silhouette settings. I'm not really sure. So I will be putting all these in the shop tonight during Patrice's live, and again for tonight only, they're going to go in at a decreased price, and then late tonight, because I stay up late, it'll probably be late tonight or be tomorrow morning, I'll go ahead and up the price to what it should be. It won't look like a sale tonight because I don't want to play those, sale games. I'm just going to put it in there at a decreased price, and then I'll change the price later. So thanks so much for being here, everyone. Ruby, you're welcome. Thanks, Karen. And I'll see you guys in like 4 minutes. 4 minutes, or whenever Patrice and you get on there. Whenever it is, I'll be there. All right.